106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV at catcountry1063fm.com. High school basketball. The Northern Cambria Colts versus the West Shamokin Wolves. Tonight's game is sponsored by Ride for Health Medical Transportation, Smith Coal and Oil, Hutton Blues Insurance, the Allied Milk Producers, sponsored by Walker Motors, S&T Bank, Glassmere Fuel Services, the Barnesboro Slovak Club, Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Luther Ford Lincoln, Cake Shots, Joyce Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, H2O Restoration, also sponsored by Medvan Transport, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, and by First Commonwealth Bank. Now let's go courtside for an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV at catcountry1063fm.com.
And from Ted Keenan Memorial Gym at Northern Cambria High School, good evening, everybody. It is District 6 playoff basketball between the West Shamokin Wolves and the Northern Cambria Colts. It's a District 6 semifinal game, and the winner of this game will be in the championship on Thursday. The loser, well, they've still got some basketball to play because there will be a consolation game and a trip into the state tournament. A lot at stake here tonight, though. A chance to play for a D6 championship. I'm alongside Rick Spallone tonight. We'll talk with him, talk with the coaches. There's much to come tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking, and it is an IRMC high school basketball playoff night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV.
R4H, this is Kara. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Justin Nagel with R4H Medical Transportation. R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer both local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those that require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments, as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com. Full-time, part-time, casual, and seasonal positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you, we are R4H.
The team at Smith Coal and Oil know how hard work and dedication pay off. The Northern Cambria athletes and coaches know this as well and make their communities proud. Smith Coal and Oil is pleased to be a sponsor of high school athletics. Good luck to all the athletes in the playoffs. The cold weather has arrived. Need coal, heating oil, or propane? Give the team at Smith a call and don't let winter catch you by surprise. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria, 814-948-4708.
Since 1936, Walker Motor Company in downtown Katanning has served Western Pennsylvania with its no-pressure, no-hassle environment, bringing the kind of family-owned and oriented dealer experience that everyone wants when it comes time to purchase a new or used vehicle. Whether you are looking for a new GMC, pre-owned vehicle, service, or collision repair, come on over to Walker Motors and see why they've been voted #1 for 6 straight years. Visit them at walker-motor.com.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Attention business owners and homeowners in Armstrong County. Are you tired of dealing with fuel providers who just don't measure up? Well, listen up, because Glassmere Fuel Services is here to change the game.
I've never had any issues with Glassmere Fuel Services.
Their delivery is quick, reliable, and dependable.
And their delivery drivers, polite and professional every time.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your fuel needs. Experience the difference with Glassmere Fuel Services. Visit glassmerefuelservice.com or on Facebook.
The interview, please.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride.
North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also This is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Cake Shots wishes the West Shamokin boys basketball team the best of luck in the playoffs. Cake Shots is the place to go to satisfy your sweet tooth. Located across from West Shamokin High School, they offer cupcakes, sugar cookies, cakes, gobs, and so much more. Whether it's walk-in business or custom-made cakes, they will make your vision of the perfect treat exactly the way you want it. Visit them on Facebook for ordering and for more information. Good luck, West Shamokin boys, from everyone at Cake Shots.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
Our pregame continues here on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV as we talk with the head coach of the Northern Cambria Colts, Clint Gokenauer. Coach, the game the other night, I'm sure you took a look at the video of it and saw what you did against Homer Center as part of the preparation for tonight against West Shamokin. What did you see from that video that maybe you didn't see from sitting on the bench the other night?
You know, when you watch film, things are never as good as they seem or as bad as they seem, you know, until you sit down and watch. And that's kind of how we were. I mean, we did a great job with ball movement. Defensively, we just struggled at times with our communication. So, you know, those are things we try to clear up this week heading into Saturday.
You mentioned that on the postgame the other night, and I found that intriguing because it looked to me like you were really working hard to shut off the inside against Homer Center. Against this West Shamokin team, is the need that great as well to make sure that the paint is protected?
Oh, most definitely. You know, they have a very good big guy who's very similar to the big guy that Homer Center had as well. You know, the difference is you know, West Shamokin has one very prolific scorer compared to Homer Center, who was much more balanced of a team.
Yeah, and it's interesting to watch the way he plays, especially the Conemaugh Township game in the Heritage Conference semifinals, because he did some really special things, Braden Rogers did against Conemaugh Township, and he showed that ability that I think Ty Dumm has as well, and that is to actually pull the team along with him and maybe elevate everybody's game. It's great to have a kid that can do that, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. You know, as a coach, it always makes your life so much easier to have a player like that. And you know, he's got a little bit more height on Ty, but yeah, like you said, they're both similar players. They both shoot outside. They both take the ball at the rim. They both have a nice mid-range game. You know, they're very, very hard to control during the course of a game.
One of the things that we were talking about among the broadcasters here the other day was how Ty uses screens. He'll often use those screens as a decoy, won't he?
Yeah, he does a great job, you know, of learning to read the screen, seeing how players are playing them, because every team approaches that differently. You know, some hedge, some switch, you know, some show and recover. It all depends, you know, what strategy they take. And he's very good at, once he realizes what they do, taking advantage of it, whether it's using the screen and getting a switch, or, taking the other direction because they happen to overplay a little bit.
I remember my days playing basketball 1,000 years ago, and my coach always talked about the long foot. He called it the long foot. But that first step is just amazing from Ty. He's got such a good, quick, explosive first step, and that really puts defenses off balance.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we always say that's how you beat somebody. You beat somebody with your first step. After that, they have time to recover, and you're almost starting all over again. So he's really come a long way in that aspect. The
game that Nate had the other night, would you say that's a typical game for him to fill it up from the outside that much?
I'd say that's Nate's potential right there. We always say, eventually, he'll find his potential. And Nate is such a hard worker, but the other thing is he's so hard on himself. What I was most proud of the other night, and I told him in practice, was, he missed his first two shots. He actually airballed his first shot of the game. And, when he was younger, he would let that bother him and affect kind of the rest of his game. But, he put that behind him, and, that third shot came and he was looking for it, and he hit it, and he just got rolling from there.
All right, so you've watched West Shamokin on video as well, and, of course, the two of you have played before this season. And so you know a little bit about them. What did you see that impressed you about their game the other night?
The thing that always impresses me about them is how hard they play. I mean, they come out, and those kids are flying all over the floor. They're very well coached. They're very patient. They'll go into an offense possession, and, they'll run over a minute off the clock, not stalling, just being patient until they get exactly what they want. And that makes them very difficult because it's tough to create turnovers, when a team isn't trying to force things that they're not capable of. And that comes back to their coaching. They've been one of the, the best teams in the Heritage for the last number of years. And, this year just kind of continued that forward.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because we could say the same thing about your team. Is that they're very patient offensively, and they wait for exactly what they're looking for. The passing is crisp. The movement away from the ball is really sharp as well. That could either lead to a really high-scoring game or a really low-scoring game. It's kind of hard to tell how this is going to work out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, knowing the way we both play, my guess is, tonight might be a race to 50. First team to get to 50 might win just because of exactly what you said. If they're really taking things away, we'll be patient till we get what we want. And I know they're going to do the same exact thing. So, neither team's really trying to play a low-scoring game. We're just trying to make sure we get our perfect shot every time down. And, that leads to fewer possessions and obviously fewer points.
That's really, what it comes down to is what team can make the other team play a game that isn't really their most comfortable. And you both play a similar type game. So this will really be fun to watch. Coach, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, renters, and IRAs? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency has a game plan to protect your valuable assets. Call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Indiana, because it's always something.
Milk every moment.
R4H, this is Kara. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Justin Nagel with R4H Medical Transportation. R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer both local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those that require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments, as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com. Full-time, part-time, casual, and seasonal positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you, we are R4H.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, renters, and IRAs? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency has a game plan to protect your valuable assets. Call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Indiana, because it's always something.
Are you looking to improve the water in your home? When you think of better water, think H2O Restoration. Discover how H2O can give you and your family clean, quality water throughout your home. For your free water analysis and consultation, and to see how H2O can help you improve your water, give them a call at 724-354-3222. Experience the difference that clean water can do for you and your family with H2O Restoration. 724-354-3222.
Pregame continues with Judd McCullough, head coach of the West Shamokin Wolves, here on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV. Coach, a game tonight against a Northern Cambria team that continues to impress. They're really, really skilled offensively, aren't they?
Yeah, they have 4 or 5 kids, not only just skilled but very athletic. They play well together. Clint and the staff do a great job. He's never quite had this many pieces together, but he each and every year, I don't know, and I tell our kids every time we play them, I don't know if there's a team we play that moves the ball as well as they do, and most importantly, they play as hard as anyone that we see every single year in and out, and that's a credit to their staff.
They really protect the basketball, too. There's not a lot of turnovers in that group.
Yeah, we tried the 1-3-1, which we can generate in the first game. We can generate some turnovers, and we did not. They moved it so well, and they didn't get a lot of balls tipped. I think it still caused them some trouble, but it didn't generate enough steals, and it generated too many kind of open looks. So we'll see. We're going to definitely mix it in, but we've got to figure something else out.
When we saw you against Conemaugh Township earlier this season, it was a great night for Braden Rogers, and he sort of picked up the team and brought them with him in that basketball game, and you almost pulled that one off. Ty Dumm is a player that does that for his teammates too, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I think both of those two kids are some of the best players in the conference, and will be, because they're both juniors next year as well. And both really rise to the occasion in these type of moments. So I'd anticipate Braden Rogers to have a great game. And Ty Dumm is one of the fastest kids that I've had to coach against, and he's skilled too, and he's unselfish. I mean, he's just a complete player. Get out in the open floor. He's really scrappy defensively, and we have our work cut out for us.
They love to trap. They love to use the half-court trap and use that mid-court line and the sideline as extra defenders. You know that going in, but that's not the easiest thing to prepare for. What do you do against that sort of attack?
Well, one of the best things we did against them in the first game that we played is we did beat their press fairly well, and I was happy about that. Now, we did not do a couple other things well, and we want to clean that up, but I hope we can do the same thing tonight and handle their pressure and not a lot of teams that get burned by it. They drive it up over half court with a little bit too much tempo. They're in a rush instead of reversing the ball and trying to beat them that way. If you get too fast and you cross half court, they're going to nail you. So we have to be real patient and not let the adrenaline get the best of us, and trust our teammates to reverse the ball and play that way.
Coach, defensively, of course, they've got some size, but it's more strength, I think, than anything else. They're lanky kids, yes. Is there something inside that you might be able to find against them?
I don't know. They use their bodies very well. I mean, they don't have great size like, say, Conemaugh Township, but it feels like they do because they play so strong and so quick, and they're physical. We pride ourselves in being a pretty good rebounding team, and they just crushed us in the first game, and that's going to be a talking point going into the game here tonight. We have to do a better job on the glass, and you look across the board, their size isn't overwhelming, but they play bigger than what they are, and so we have to really be ready to be physical.
You looked at your game, of course, against Marion Center the other night, and I'm sure you've broken it down several times. What were some of the things you saw that you knew were good that you did, and what were some of the things you said we have to get better before the next game?
Yeah, I thought we come out of the halftime with a nice lead, and we didn't have that killer instinct to put it away. We can't have those type of lapses against Northern Cambria, and we were lucky to get away with it. And Marion Center, we have to play 4 quarters of solid basketball. And if they beat us because we're not putting shots in, or they beat us because they're just a better team that night, but they can't beat us in the effort, and they can't beat us in the energy. I mean, it's a playoff game. If we don't bring that, then shame on us, and I know they're going to bring it. So we're going to bring every single minute of the game, we want to bring the effort.
Finally, Coach, of course, it's great to know that you've got a lot more basketball to play simply because of the fact that you're in the semis now. You'll get at least a championship game or consolation game in District 6, and then you get to play in the state tournament as well. The guys have to love that. I know they're just looking at this game here tonight, but it has to be really cool for them to know that they're going into the state tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think both programs, it's been a while, and we did a couple years ago, but we've never had a home game. So a home game is on the line tonight. Whoever wins, no matter what happens in the District 6 championship, you're guaranteed a home first round PIAA game, and that's special. We've never been there before, and I don't know about Northern Cambria, but I'm sure they're excited and hungry for that too. So there's a lot riding on the line. Obviously, an opportunity to win a District 6 championship, but also to secure a home game in the first round of PIAA, and a lesser opponent that in that first round game is big.
Coach, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
As we come to you from Northern Cambria High School, 4 teams in the state tournament, and so these 2 teams have already guaranteed themselves a spot there. But they've got a District 6 championship they want to contend for, and this is semifinal action. Rick Spallone with me this evening. Rick, this is a big time for these guys. Saturday night, and they have the attention of everybody in the area right now, don't they?
Yeah, they got the spotlight, no doubt about it, Todd. And they know what's at stake. An opportunity to play for a District 6 championship. It's big for a high school kid, So, yeah, absolutely playing on a Saturday. All eyes are on this game. So it'd be interesting to see how it starts out.
100 years ago, you found yourself in this position too, didn't you?
Maybe not 100, but yeah, it's been a while. It brings back memories. Every time you get around the district playoffs, and and the memories come rolling back. And I was actually texting Brian Pizer the other night, and it's just hard to believe that it's been almost 21 years since we played in our last one. So, yeah. But no, it's enjoyable, and to still be around the game, it's awesome.
How much of a difference does it make where when you played, you were playing on neutral courts? Now a team gets a home court right up to the championship night.
I wish they would go back to the neutral site. I think it was nice to both teams to have the not have the advantage of playing at home. But I was telling Jake, we did the game the other night with West Shamokin and Marion Center, though. I think sometimes when you play at home, it can be a little bit of a disadvantage. You try to put on a show for the home crowd. You might get out of your game just a little bit, or maybe you sleep a little extra after school or something like that. So I wish they would go back, but obviously the revenue that they're generating for the home school probably won't ever change that. But it is what it is.
There's a little bit of a special nature to it too when you're going to that neutral gym, and everybody's coming from 45 minutes to an hour away, and everybody's gathering in the gym. And you might find yourself against a team from your own conference, or you might find somebody completely unfamiliar, as you did last night against Westmont for your River Valley Panthers. It just seems like that's a whole special dynamic to it all when you get off to that neutral court.
Yeah, it is. It always was pretty neat. for us, it seemed like no matter who it was, we always played at Central Cambria. That was always like the gym that you knew that first round game was going to be in. And it was special. It almost made it feel like it was a playoff game, instead of, it being in your home gym. But, the nostalgia, I guess, of playing at home and, being able to have maybe, some family members that maybe can't travel can come and watch games. So, I get it. Just wish they, would go back to having the neutral site games.
Well, those family members that can't travel might be home watching this game on Renda Digital TV tonight. We want to thank our co-presenting sponsors, R4H Medical Transportation and Cherry Tree. Because of rapid growth, R4H currently expanding and hiring drivers. You can apply at driver4h.com. That's the number 4, driver4h.com. Equal opportunity employer. And tonight's Renda Digital TV presentation also brought to you by Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria. You can check them out for the best service for all your coal and oil needs. They are proud to service Indiana County as well with their sister company, Indiana Fuel and Oil. 2 locations to service all your residential and commercial diesel, fuel, propane, and coal needs. Smith Coal and Oil, Northern Cambria, and Indiana Fuel and Oil, proud supporters of high school athletics. Coming together to bring you this basketball game here tonight. 2 teams out on the floor. We're going to come back and actually look at this matchup tonight with Rick Spallone. That's after we take this time out on an IRMC high school basketball night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. It is an IRMC high school basketball night on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Looking to improve the water in your home? When you think of better water, think H2O Restoration. Discover how H2O can give you and your family clean, quality water throughout your home. For your free water analysis and consultation, and to see how H2O can help you improve your water, give them a call at 724-354-3222. Experience the difference that clean water can do for you and your family with H2O Restoration. 724-354-3222.
Attention business owners and homeowners in Armstrong County. Are you tired of dealing with fuel providers who just don't measure up? Well, listen up, because Glassmere Fuel Services is here to change the game.
I've never had any issues with Glassmere Fuel Services.
Their delivery is quick, reliable, and dependable.
And their delivery drivers, polite and professional every time.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your fuel needs. Experience the difference with Glassmere Fuel Services. Visit glassmerefuelservice.com or on Facebook.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Bank, People Forward Banking. Tonight is West Shamokin visiting Northern Cambria in District 6 semifinal action. Todd Marino along with Rick Spallone here on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV. Rick Spallone, your River Valley Panthers play both of these teams. And West Shamokin, you played twice.
Yes.
Because they're in the Western Division with you. Let's look at them, what they do well, and what might be a problem tonight for Northern Cambria. I assume if they do have a problem, the biggest one is going to be a guy by the name of Braden Rogers.
That's where it starts and stops. Yep, absolutely. I think for West Shamokin, it starts with Braden and what else they can get. Alex Talmadge had a great game against Marion Center, that secondary scoring. West Shamokin's on-ball defense has really improved through the year, even from when we played them. They've really gotten after it defensively. So, yeah, like you said, it starts with Braden and then whatever they can balance, secondary scoring. And then the same thing with Northern Cambria. Ty Dum, he's the engine, and then their secondary scoring. So I think whatever team's stars play the best, and then that secondary guys, to balance everybody out, will have the advantage.
Your ball club lost to West Shamokin. Did you split with them? Or
Yes, yeah, we split.
You split with them. In your gym, you won?
Yep, won at home, lost at West Shamokin.
What were the differences in those games?
Playing at West Shamokin's tough with that open end of their gym. We didn't shoot very well. We were in a little bit of a lull to start the season. We were battling some injuries, but they played good defense. They held us to 40 points. So, it is what it is. When we played them at home, we took advantage of our speed a little bit, which Northern Cambria has. So I think if Northern Cambria can get out in transition, play some good defense, rebound the basketball, and push the pace, that might give West Shamokin a little bit of some headaches. But in the same sense, the way that West Shamokin's been playing defense, they might be able to counter that. So I think it's just going to be a matter of who can impose their will on the other team.
The other night against Homer Center, a great night for Nate Fry. Every coach wants secondary scoring. If you can get 3 guys that you can rely on to get you some points, and maybe put 3 guys in double figures, that's great. Ty Dunn is going to get his points no matter what, because he can fly by you and take it to the rim, but he can also hit it outside. Nate Fry was a guy that the other night lit it up for 5 threes. He's one of those confident shooters. If he hits his first or second shot, he gets it in there. All of a sudden, he's a different ball player, and he's a different challenge for a coach, isn't he?
Yeah. And confidence is key. Like you said, Todd, if you see 1 or 2 go in right away, that makes a big difference. Yeah. But if the first 2, 3, 4 don't go in, a shooter has to shoot through that. So just to keep his confidence going. I was telling Jake a couple weeks ago, the 3-point line has changed the game of basketball tremendously. Yeah. You could shoot, say 6 of 12 from 2 and have 12 points and shoot 50%, or shoot 4 of 12, 4 of 13 from 3, be around 33% and score the same amount of points and shoot a worse percentage. So the 3-point line has really changed the game of basketball for kids, like Nate Fry or Alex Talmadge for West Shamokin. So whoever can, knock down some threes will probably have a big advantage going through the game.
Responsible defense, particularly from your guards, is extremely important. If you're going to give up transition baskets, it's usually because you've got a guy that is not looking out for you on the back end. And you need at least one guy that's always going to be there, but you'd like both of them to be up there. And if a guard penetrates and he gets toward the iron, somebody else has to rotate back or you're in trouble.
Yes, absolutely. Or, if you're falling in love with the 3-point line, sometimes those long rebounds lead to transition points the other way. So, you always hear, follow your shot. Well, sometimes you need to follow and get back on defense to prevent the other team from getting into their transition. But, yeah, that would be a big key tonight, is having enough defensive rotations to take away the team's transition going the other way.
Down low, there's a guy named Caleb Dolney for Northern Cambria, who is one of those great athlete leapers. And on the other end of the floor for West Shamokin is Ezra Osterling. Except for the hairstyles, they could be twins, couldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
They play the same way.
Very athletic. Ezra had a move the other night where he took off from the right block and reversed around the hoop to the other side. Phenomenal basketball play. It's the same thing with the Donley kid. Very athletic. It's going to be a good game. I'm very, very excited to see these teams play.
Yeah, rebounding is going to be such a big thing in this basketball game, and watching the way these teams approach that and work in the paint tonight is going to be a fascinating thing. We talked about with the coach, Clint Gokenauer, about Ty Dunn's first step. As I said, my coach used to call it the long foot. That first step is lightning quick from Ty Dunn.
Yes, it is. And I get to see, a kid. Well, I used to get to see a kid every day in practice, Dom Spill, who had an explosive first step as well. And Ty's might be a little bit quicker than Dom's, which is saying something, because I think Dom's one of the faster players in this conference. So for Ty Dunn, his first step is very explosive. He goes to the hoop very well. His shot has come around the last 2 years, especially this year. That's going to be a key for West Shamokin, is trying to keep Ty, from getting to the hoop.
West Shamokin Wolves, Northern Cambria Colts, District 6 Class AA semifinals tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. It is an IRMC high school basketball playoff night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team. It's about the strategic and business plan. It's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Since 1936, Walker Motor Company in downtown Katanning has served Western Pennsylvania with its no-pressure, no-hassle environment, bringing the kind of family-owned and oriented dealer experience that everyone wants when it comes time to purchase a new or used vehicle. Whether you are looking for a new GMC, pre-owned vehicle, service, or collision repair, come on over to Walker Motors and see why they've been voted #1 for 6 straight years. Visit them at walker-motor.com. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 semifinal matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the hardwood, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA, proud sponsors of high school athletics.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
And we are back at Northern Cambria High School tonight. The Northern Cambria Colts and the West Shamokin Wolves in District 6 semifinal playoff action. Last night, Rick, your River Valley Panthers went to Westmont, and we get a lot of Heritage Conference teams playing Heritage Conference teams in the playoffs. It's refreshing when you get out of your conference and you play some team that you're not familiar with. At the same time, it can be eye-opening, can it?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference, which a lot of AAA teams are in. It's a different brand of basketball, Todd. They're battling not that the Heritage Conference isn't a battle. I don't want to disrespect any teams, but just the way they play, the style they play, the size that they have. Westmont was a very big basketball team. They played a 1-3-1 zone. It made it look like the floor was 5 feet wide. It was very difficult. But yeah, when you step out of the Heritage Conference, there's a lot of competitive basketball. I believe between the Laurel Highlands and the Heritage Conference, probably 2 of the best conferences. I don't want to say in the state of Pennsylvania, but definitely on the western side. And you see some good teams, and it is different. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Well, you had that opportunity to play last night, and now you see this floor here today, which I think is the smallest floor in the Heritage Conference.
Yeah.
If you look at the difference between the top of the arc on each side of the floor and the space that is there, maybe it's an optical illusion, maybe it is the actual thing. I don't have a steel tape with me to measure it, but this floor really seems compressed when you get long, lanky guys like we're seeing here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's we the other night we did the post game and just talking about the advantage that Northern Cambria has. It is a smaller gym. The lighting's a little weird. The court is smaller. I mean, the bleachers are literally almost up to the out-of-bounds line. Everybody feels like they're right on top of you. So, but, they got a good student section. West Shamokin is going to have a difficult time tonight, I think, adjusting to the crowd.
Well, you've got everybody jammed into this gym. It's a great old-timey feel to this basketball game here tonight, and it's really going to be interesting to watch the way that this unfolds before us. The West Shamokin Wolves, the Northern Cambria Colts, the 2 teams getting ready to come over to their benches, and we'll be playing some basketball here pretty soon tonight on Renda Digital TV and on Cat Country 106.3 FM. District 6 is a special time. We take a look at this game, of course. This is one half of the semifinal bracket, and well, the championship game will be played on Thursday at Mount Aloysius College. The other half is a West Branch team, which is pretty special in itself, and they'll be taking on Claysburg Kimmel tonight. One would think West Branch would be rather a prohibitive favorite there. They can play some ball.
Yeah, I caught some scores the other night because they played Southern Huntington, and I believe West Branch put 93 points on the board. So that's impressive. I don't care if you're playing inside, outside. 93 points in a high school basketball game is impressive.
They have a habit of doing that, putting up in the 80s and 90s. Here we're probably going to see a game in the 40s, and that's just it's the way that the ball game is played around these parts. It's a really, really tough defensive conference, the Heritage Conference, and these guys are getting all set to go here tonight, and with the ball players now lining up out on the court. We'll get our national anthem in. We'll have the introduction of our starting lineups. We'll also have the reading of the rules of good conduct for fans, and we'll soon be playing ball here tonight. We thank you for joining us here on Renda Digital TV and on Cat Country 106.3 FM.
Just to circle back to that, to the scoring, if this game would get into the 60s, I think the advantage goes Northern Cambria's way.
Yeah, you're right.
If it does get into that high-paced, high-scoring game, that definitely favors Northern Cambria, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right about that. So Judd McCullough is such an innovative coach. He's really tough to coach against, isn't he?
He is. I've been on record numerous times. I think Judd's the best coach in this conference. I got a ton of respect for him. We got a pretty good relationship. We text back and forth after games and throw some things at each other. And yeah, he's always changing things. You might come down one time, he's in a zone, then he's in a man, then he's in some sort of hybrid between a zone and a man. He's always constantly thinking, if my career, pans anywhere, hope it gets to the level that Judd's at.
Nicely put. Here comes our national anthem tonight. National anthem, that leads to the introduction of our starting lineups, and we'll be playing ball here in the District 6 Class AA Boys Semifinals, Northern Cambria and West Shamokin. Wolves will be the first team to be introduced. They're in their away black uniforms with white numerals, gray trim. The Colts, their home whites with black numerals and gold trim for them. I was introduced to the third official tonight, Sam. Can't remember for the life of me his last name. Chuck Lasser and Doug Steve, the others. You want to write it down for me? First off the bench comes Braden Rogers for the West Shamokin Wolves. He's the junior at 6 feet 2 inches tall. Alex Talmadge is next, the point guard. Is next Sam Bernatti. There you go. Ezra Osterling. Next off the bench, Travis Johns is going to be a really key player for this team tonight for his defense. And a guy that's a real bundle of energy is Jude Olinger underneath. He's just one of those pests players that other teams hate to play against because he gets after you.
He's an energy guy. He's going to give you everything he got on the defensive end. He's going to rebound really well, and if he can get you in that 4 to 6 point range, that's a bonus too.
Caleb Dolney first off the bench for Coach Clint Gokenauer. And he's followed by Nate Fry, the point guard who had the 5 3-pointers the other night. Ty Dum at 6 feet 1 inches tall. He's a do-everything type of player. Dawson Schutte ended up being a real key the other night. He's a big, burly guy, but He can play. And Trey Pershing next off the bench. Northern Cambria will go deeper off their bench than will West Shamokin in the course of this basketball game, and that could play a role.
Yeah, it's especially the first 4 minutes, in these kind of atmospheres. And you got to remember, these guys are kids. Their emotions are probably all over the place right now. So you gotta try to bottle that up. You don't want to, expend yourself in the first 2 minutes because you're so amped up. Just take a deep breath, relax. It's still a basketball game. There's 32 minutes in this game. There's 2 hoops. Just relax and have some fun.
You don't think that kid that blew the trig test yesterday is going to be thinking about that tonight, do you? All right, here we go. Wolves will work the basket to our left, the Colts to our right. As we get this one underway, it'll be Dolney against Ezraling. West Shamokin fans off to our right beneath the scoreboard. Big Lou Schwartz is there. I
hope they don't bring that scoreboard down.
Hey, that's a good point. That could be downright painful. Of course, the Colts fans on the other side, same way. Here's the jump. It'll be Rogers, actually. And the Wolves will control with the basketball is Alex Talmadge. Here's Johns to Braden Rogers, left wing. It's man defense from Northern Cambria. Up top it comes. Talmadge, open 3, and it's off the back of the iron. Rogers up for that rebound, but Schutte is there as well, and it comes into the hands of Ty Dumb, who busts out. Goes crossover left, then crossover right, and right to the iron for the basket.
Quick. That was quick.
2-0. Northern Cambria takes the lead. Now Rogers as they break the press easily. Talmadge up top, thought about it, now comes to the corner. There's a 3 for Osterling, but he's short, but he's got the offensive rebound, and then it's stripped away from him. The steal by Dumb, and he comes back the other way. Same position, and up top for Fry. Schutte comes to the high post, now cycles down low. Dumb way outside, the 3 is short. Osterling the rebound for West Shamokin. Now here's Braden Rogers going to try to go left, and Pershing cuts him off. Talmadge then, and they get tangled up together, and then he'll dribble it away out front. Johns to the corner. Osterling into the lane. He's going to try to take Schutte, and there's contact there, and this will be probably Dawson Schutte. We'll see. Doug Steve will make the call. It is.
I'm surprised that, not that I've watched a ton of Northern Cambria's film. We only played them once, but I'm surprised they're playing man-to-man right now. They usually have more of like a 1-3-1, 1-2-2 kind of defense.
They go man on the inbounds, too. Rogers, the jumper, is short. Schutte, the flat-footed rebound. And Northern Cambria will slow it down. Ty Dunn will walk it up the floor this time. They'll work half court. Dolney will set the screen for him left. Roll off of it. The pass is to Fry. He'll dribble to the elbow. The jumper is short again. And the rebound still contested. Dolney chases to the corner, but it's off him out of bounds. 2-0. Northern Cambria the lead.
Good pace to the game so far.
You see, I was just about to say that both teams are trying to play too fast. Backcourt now for West Shamokin. This is Johns. Pitch and catch with Talmadge, and now Osterling up top for Talmadge, and again Ty Dumb, those quick hands, the steal, the drive, and the lay-in, and it's 4-0. The West Shamokin turnover leads to points for the second time tonight. 4-0, 5:48. There's another turnover, but no, Talmadge runs right through it and takes it right to the hole.
And you need those bounces sometimes. It's sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Well, it worked for him there. And it's 4-2. Dumb to the left side for Fry. Fry will find Dolney into the corner for Pershing. Now Dolney posts low. Osterling from behind slaps that pass away. And a Northern Cambria turnover, and West Shamokin can tie. Schutte cuts off Osterling, and up front it comes again for Rogers. Johns left side Talmadge gets the screen from Oldinger. And across the top, Osterling. Penetration to the corner. The 3 from Talmadge is in and out. Rebound Fry of Northern Cambria. High post for Schutte. Dawson will penetrate and then throw it into the hands of Johns, and then it slaps off of Dumb right to the corner for Fry. They keep the possession. Now Schutte posting low, and Olinger's over the tack for the foul.
Yeah, other than Dawson Schutte, Northern Cambria has 4 guys that are almost identical in skill size, athleticism. It's very odd.
And hair dye, too. The inbounds is to Dawson Schutte. He'll miss it down low. Rebound. Osterling comes up with it, throws it right into the hands of Dumb, who throws it into the hands of Rogers. And West Shamokin comes away with it. 4-2 at the 4:22 mark of the first quarter. Talmadge with Dumb out high. The feed is to Olinger, and back now to Talmadge. Dumb and Talmadge is an interesting matchup. He just took a forearm to the chest, did Dumb there. Now to the corner for Osterling. Osterling will take it right to the iron and miss the shot. Schutte the rebound. Back the other way comes Ty Dumb. Right to the iron and the end. Ty Dumb has 3 buckets. 6-2, that quick first step, but the finish, huh?
Yep, so quick. And that's the difference, though. You know, Ezra missed the layup on the one end.
Rogers misses the 3. The rebound is out of bounds off Northern Cambria.
I think that's the difference in the game right now is Northern Cambria is finishing their layups. West Shamokin struggling a little bit.
3:43 to go first quarter, 6-2 Northern Cambria. Timeout on the floor. It's an IRMC high school basketball night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
First quarter action tonight, this Heritage Conference semifinal. 3:43 left in the quarter. It's West Shamokin ball to the left of their basket, and the inbounds is to Olinger. And Jude will come back to the corner for Travis Johns, and he'll come out to the wing. Up top for Talmadge. To the right side, Rogers. Now Johns picks up his dribble. They give him the chance if he wants it. He doesn't want it. And he'll toss it low, and they're going to say this ball contested between Rogers and Dumb, and it's off the hands of Braden Rogers. It's a West Shamokin turnover. Their third? Is that what you got? Yeah.
I got
4.
Yes. 3.
3:22 mark. Ty Dumb will come up top for Dawson Schutte. Right side for Dolney. Back to Dumb at the top of the arc. Now Parker Schutte is onto the floor for Northern Cambria, replacing Pershing, and he has the ball at the top. Fry, ball movement from Northern Cambria. The drive here. They'll swing it back out around. A wing 3 for Fry. Won't go. Osterling after the rebound. And he saves it inbounds to Talmadge. That was good defense and good offense.
Yep.
There's Talmadge to the left side for Rogers. Now down low for Osterling, and he misses the lay-in. Oh boy, that hurts.
You should have a tie ball game right now. West Shamokin's had last 2 offensive sets, ran good offense and missed both of their layups.
Heartburn for a coach there, huh?
Yeah. And in a game like this, you know, you got to convert as much as possible.
Dawson Schutte will swing it around for the baby hook. It doesn't go. Dolney, the offensive rebound, and off the glass and in. Caleb Dolney makes it 8-2, and got a whistle and
injury.
Dawson Schutte is hurting. Looks like he got one in the gut there. So he'll come out, and Pershing will return. Or no, actually, they'll get another player on the floor, Ben Messina. So I don't know if that's a cramp or what. He's not being attended to, but he's not feeling well. 2:14 to go. in the first quarter, 8-2, Northern Cambria. West Shamokin with the basketball, trying to find some answers. Osterling to the right elbow. Feeds it back for Rogers, and Braden to back it out. Now to Osterling on the give and go. Bucket is good, and the foul. That was a pretty passing play, wasn't it?
That was a classic back, give and go with a nice little backdoor cut. That was a nice pass by Braden and a good finish by Ezra.
So Osterling with the chance for the three-point play. And the foul is on, I'm not certain. They put it one, oh, there it is. They finally got it up there. As Osterling converts the three-point play. The foul was on Nate Fry, his first. And the conversion by Osterling makes it 8-5. Here comes Ty Dumb. Rogers will defend. Left side high for Dumb. He'll get the screen now from Messina. He'll use it and feed it to the wing. Fry's three doesn't go. Rogers there. Boy, West Shamokin sealed that off down low, didn't they?
Yeah, they're actually doing a really good job of boxing out and getting the rebounds. Again, if they just finish some of their layups, probably have the lead.
West Shamokin basketball. Easton Barrett is on the floor for the Wolves. And here's Rogers right down the lane. Defender came over and got him in the head, and that was Dumb. And Dumb on the help out commits his first. And it's a shooter for Braden Rogers.
Be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure that Braden and Ty are guarding each other on each side of the floor. Sometimes, you want to get your good player going, but you don't want to put him up against the other good player. Then you got to worry about some foul trouble. So hopefully, it doesn't come back to bite either one of them.
Burn up a lot of energy that way. Rogers 1 out of 2 on this trip. And it's 8-6. As Dumb will walk it up the floor for the Colts. Messina steps out, and they're going to let him alone, and he says, I'll take the three then. He'll miss it, and Rogers the rebound for West Shamokin. I'm not sure that's the shot that Gokenauer wants. These guys are not really paying much attention to the paint.
Not that early in the nice set.
Backdoor cut for Rogers. The pass and the feed, and the two. Ties it up at 8.
Taking advantage of the aggressiveness Northern Cambria is playing on the defensive end. That was a nice backdoor cut again.
Osterling with the sort of backhand bounce pass there. That's pretty. Now here's Fry for Northern Cambria. Has the basketball up at the top of the arc. They come to the left. Pick up his dribble, then outside for Messina. Messina to the right side for Dolney, now to the corner. And that is Parker Schuette's three. And Barrett will clear the rebound. We are tied at 8 with 14 seconds left. And West Shamokin a chance to take their first lead. First quarter action, 8 seconds, now 7. Talmadge uses the screen once more, 3 seconds. And he'll try the shot. It's blocked. And Northern comes up with it. Whoa! Parker Schuette went three-quarter court and rimmed it out. We played a quarter of basketball. 8-8 our score. It's an IRMC basketball playoff night here on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Good luck, Colts. From Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
S&T Bank broadcast booth, S&T Bank, people forward banking. Ready to go with the second 8, and we're tied at 8. It's Northern Cambria basketball. Ty Dumb. Osterling ready to pick him up. They actually go 3-2.
Yep, this is what Judd does. He went the whole first quarter with man. They come out in zone.
Corner three missed by Fry. Osterling the rebound for West Shamokin. Ezra Osterling's playing a role in this game.
He's having as well of a game. He got 5 rebounds already.
So Alex Talmadge, and they're going to be met with the same defensive set. How about that?
And Northern Cambria switches up their defense.
Now Schutte will drop down low because Rogers was behind him. So it's more traditional 2-3, but now Schutte will come back up as the ball comes out to the corner. The three for Rogers is good. And the first lead of the night for West Shamokin, 11-8. The Wolves have Braden Talmadge on the floor. A man that's had a lot of injury problems in his high school career, but he's healthy now. And back there is Danny Farrell for Northern Cambria. He's out there for the first time. Here's Dolney. Drive to the baseline, trapped on the baseline now. And he'll try to get out of it. He can't. It's knocked out by Barrett. Sometimes it seems like a good idea when the baseline's there, but if you get behind that basket, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and that's the key. You sometimes use that sideline or the underneath as that sixth defender, and sometimes it works for you. Or at least you get the team got to inbound it and get out of their offense just a bit.
Fry with the inbounds. Parker Schutte back in there. Corner three for him, softly in and out. And Braden Talmadge the rebound for West Shamokin. They lead it by 3. And they're on a 9-point run here. They were down 8-2. This is slapped away from behind. And so West Shamokin will retain possession. Braden Talmadge will toss it in. Those rebound numbers look like so far.
We got Ezra got 5. Braden Rogers has 2. Easton Barrett has 1.
Talmadge launch a 3. That won't go. Osterling, though, offensive rebound going out of bounds. He throws it off of Dolney's body, and West Shamokin gets it back.
We got 6 for Ezra. And for Northern Cambria, Ty Dumb has 1. Nate Fry has 1. Caleb Dolney has 1. Dawson Schutte has 2.
So West Shamokin with the rebounding edge early in this game. Here's Alex Talmadge out top. Braden will come out to help him out and get the basketball. Barrett is in the high post. On the sideline is Osterling. Rogers to the elbow. He'll get the basketball now at the top of the arc. Kick it out for Alex Talmadge. They'll set it up again. Again, Barrett to that high post. And there's all kinds of trouble in the middle there as Barrett and Dawson Schutte go down. And who's this foul on? Dawson Schutte comes up limping. And the foul is on him, I believe. And Messina will come back in. It's been a rough first half for Dawson Schutte as he limps off.
Yeah, he could hardly put any weight on that ankle.
He's already got it all braced up. His foul is his second. Messina back on the floor for Northern Cambria. Rogers to bring it in. And he'll come all the way through to Alex Talmadge in the far corner. And he'll get out of there. There's Braden Talmadge. He goes low for Osterling posting up. With position, the turnaround is in and out. Couldn't get it down. With the rebound, Braden Talmadge, and then he lost the basketball. It's still contested. Ty Dumb comes up with it. That's some rough stuff going on there.
Yeah, it's getting a little physical here. That first quarter was kind of smooth, free-flowing, and then this quarter kind of turned into a little bit of a...
Oh, baby. Ty Dumb just said, give me that one from... It looked like about 50 feet, but not quite. And the timeout is called by West Shamokin really quickly as we have an 11-11 game. It's an IRMC high school basketball night. Wait a second. Oh, that's his 1,000th point. That's why we're stopping. Yep. How about that? Your 1,000th point is in a semifinal playoff game, and it comes from about 8 feet beyond the three-point arc. That's not quite Caitlin Clark, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I had no idea he was. That's impressive, 1,000 point. I believe he's only a junior, so
yeah.
Although I'm sure he probably got a long way to go to catch one Ryan Galashinsky in the ranks of Northern Cambria basketball.
It's a name from the past. Well, they've got a great tradition at Northern Cambria. They're going to get the ball teams back out here. You know, our friend Jimmy in Homer City reminding us that Northern Cambria is the only Heritage Conference team to ever win a state championship. 1965, they beat Montrose by a score of 78-69. It's been a long drought, huh? For them.
Yeah. Just to circle back, I'm almost positive that Ryan scored 1,000 in 1 year.
Oh, he was incredible. He was incredible. All right, so we're tied at 11 in this game, and West Shamokin facing pressure in the back court. That 10 seconds about to expire. They get it over to Johns, who's fresh back on the floor with Olinger. 11-11. First quarter action. Johns to Talmadge on the left wing. Now Olinger in the corner will come back out front for Travis Johns. Talmadge in the corner. Olinger posting low, and he'll try to pass back out to Osterling, and that's swiped away. And Parker Schutte now to Ty Dum. Yeah. You get something like that, and Ty Dum, you can, it's almost like he's ready to go off here. Not sure if West Shamokin knows that.
Well, yeah, he might have been pressing just a little bit to get that 1,000th point. So now that that's out of the way, he can start. His mind's probably clear. Start playing some good basketball. Not that he wasn't playing good anyway.
Oh, it's a nice feed down low and a left-hand turnaround. Messina hits Parker Schutte for the bucket. Pretty impressive.
Both teams are deep into their bench already, too.
13-11. Parker Schutte's first two of the afternoon, and there's a swipe there. Talmadge is stripped by Dunn to the bucket and in, and a timeout called. 15-11, Northern Cambria by 4 at the 3:59 mark. It's an IRMC high school basketball night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
In 1936, Walker Motor Company in downtown Katanning has served Western Pennsylvania with its no-pressure, no-hassle environment, bringing the kind of family-owned and oriented dealer experience that everyone wants when it comes time to purchase a new or used vehicle. Whether you are looking for a new GMC, pre-owned vehicle, service, or collision repair, come on over to Walker Motors and see why they've been voted #1 for 6 straight years. Visit them at walker-motor.com.
Forward banking. 15-11 Northern Cambria. Now the Colts going to try to press that advantage, and with a literal press in the backcourt. Osterling to Rogers. They break it easily. Rogers with Fry on his hip. Passes out now down low. Rogers with the left hand. That was quick, wasn't it?
That was much better. Especially against the zone press. We want to hit the middle, hit a couple diagonal passes, and get an easy layup on the other end. That was an excellent job by West Shamokin.
8 for Rogers, and it's 15-13. Colts with the lead in the basketball. Ty Dum. There's that long three again, but it's short this time. The rebound's still alive, and it's tipped out of bounds and will go to West Shamokin. And there's the timeout. 15-13. The Colts lead it on an IRMC high school basketball playoff night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Are you looking to improve the water in your home? When you think of better water, think H2O Restoration. Discover how H2O can give you and your family clean, quality water throughout your home. For your free water analysis and consultation, and to see how H2O can help you improve your water, give them a call at 724-354-3222. Experience the difference that clean water can do for you and your family with H2O Restoration. 724-354-3222.
The team at Smith Coal & Oil know how hard work and dedication pay off. The Northern Cambria athletes and coaches know this as well and make their communities proud. Smith Coal & Oil is pleased to be a sponsor of high school athletics. Good luck to all the athletes in the playoffs. The cold weather has arrived. Need coal, heating oil, or propane? Give the team at Smith a call and don't let winter catch you by surprise. Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria, 814-948-4708.
Two-time second-team AA All-State selection. 15-13, 3:28 left in the first half of this District 6 semifinal game. Northern Cambria pressure in the backcourt. Johns and Talmadge try to break out of it. And Talmadge finally does it, gets Osterling down the right side. Feed Rogers in the paint. His fade away Back of the iron once, twice, and through. That's a shooter's touch.
West Shamokin got to be using almost all of that at 10 seconds to get across half court. They've been close numerous times on that.
That was a Spallone-ish type of bounce there for the shooter now, huh? Here's Dolney in a 15-15 game. Messina steps out. Feeds it across the top to Fry. Dumb is floating low on the baseline. Parker Schutte now. Come to the corner for Messina. Dolney posting, and Messina doesn't want him, comes outside. Parker Schutte. He'll find Fry. Down low, Dolney on the low block and tried the turnaround, and that's just good solid D. They got it away from him. Back and forth we go. Here's Travis Johns for West Shamokin to Alex Talmadge. Now the switch on this defense is that Ty Dumm is in the middle now for Northern Cambria. So they've got that quickness from Dumm, but Talmadge will blow by everybody and go off the glass and in.
There's good patience by West Shamokin. Sometimes when teams go to zone, teams fall in love with the three-point line, but that was a good job by Alex, staying patient, attacking a gap, and finishing his layup.
That's recognition, isn't it? Now Rogers picks up Ty Dumm here, spins in the lane, kicks it left for Fry. Fry will drive it all the way to the baseline. He'll be fouled. I believe Barrett will be called for this one. And it should be a shooter.
I think it's on the floor.
Is it on the floor? Yes,
Yep.
It is. It is Easton Barrett's foul. And it's his first. And the inbounds for Northern Cambria. Fry will come to the corner where Pershing is. Now here's Rogers. And Ty Dumm will bring it all the way out near midcourt. 1:25 left in the first half. Now Fry to the wing, and John stepped in front there. Sort of baited him, didn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't look like it, but he's very athletic. When they go into that zone and he plays the top of that 1-2-2 or 1-3-1, he can get up and he causes a lot of deflections. He gave us a ton of problems when we played him up at West Shamokin earlier in the year.
Danny Farrell's back out there replacing Messina for Northern Cambria. 1:15 left in the half. Dumm will get it right back to Farrell. And in the high post, there's Dolney. Again, he's double teamed, and again, West Shamokin gets it away from him. So with 1:02 to go, they can play for the last shot if they want to. Leading by 2, 17-15. Championship game, by the way, will be Thursday night at Mount Aloysius College. Braden Rogers, left corner, 3, back of the iron. Rebound pulled away by Fry, and so with 43 seconds left, here comes Northern Cambria with a chance to tie again. And Dumm is on that left sideline. Partial screen, he goes low off the roll for Dolney. He comes back out front for Dumm. Dumm puts it on the floor, jump stop, the bucket, and the foul with 23.7 seconds to go. Just athleticism.
That's what it is, being an athlete like that, using that to your ability, but the ability to finish. I mean, that was a lot of contact too, so that was just overall very impressive play by Ty.
The chance for the three-point play, they've not signaled the bucket yet, evidently, because there the scoreboard finally changed. The foul is on. They put up a 44 for West Shamokin. They don't have one of those.
I think it should have been 34 because Easton's now on the bench.
And Dumm converts.
Yeah, they just changed it. So that gets 2 for Easton.
Dumm has 14. His team has 18. Foul on Easton Barrett now with 2. 13 seconds left in the half. Braden Talmadge with the basketball for West Shamokin. Here's Alex, 7 seconds. Up top, Rogers, the man they want with the ball. He gets it off the 3 seconds to left. Baseline jumper 2 is good for Alex Talmadge. And at the half, West Shamokin takes the lead, 19-18. From our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking, it is an IRMC high school basketball playoff night here on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Cake Shots wishes the West Shamokin boys basketball team the best of luck in the playoffs. Cake Shots is the place to go to satisfy your sweet tooth. Located across from West Shamokin High School, they offer cupcakes, sugar cookies, cakes, gobs, and so much more. Whether it's walk-in business or custom-made cakes, they will make your vision of the perfect treat exactly the way you want it. Visit them on Facebook for ordering and for more information. Good luck, West Shamokin boys, from everyone at Cake Shots.
R4H, this is Kara. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Justin Nagel with R4H Medical Transportation. R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer both local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those that require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments, as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com. Full-time, part-time, casual, and seasonal positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you, we are R4H.
Attention business owners and homeowners in Armstrong County. Are you tired of dealing with fuel providers who just don't measure up? Well, listen up, because Glassmere Fuel Services is here to change the game.
I've never had any issues with Glassmere Fuel Services.
Their delivery is quick, reliable, and dependable.
And their delivery drivers, polite and professional every time.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your fuel needs. Experience the difference with Glassmere Fuel Services. Visit glassmerefuelservice.com or on Facebook.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Yes, it was. You know, it started out quick pace the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. Then it kind of hit a lull, you know, in the second half of the first quarter. Then it kind of ramped back up there in the second quarter. So, yeah, it's been a entertaining game. You know, I believe West Shamokin should have more than a 1-point lead. They struggled putting the ball in the hoop, especially their layups in the first quarter. I think they should probably be up maybe 6 or 7, but it's the game of basketball. You know, it's tricky, but they have a lead. They're playing good. You know, it should be another entertaining second half.
The interesting thing is neither team is really spreading the ball all around that much in terms of scoring, but it just seems like Northern Cambria is only getting offense out of Ty Dum.
But if it keeps you in that game, then it is, you know, it's a good thing. But if West Shamokin can figure out a way to control Ty, there's going to have to be some other guys that are going to have to step up. You can't expect him to come out and score. What do you have, 14?
14 points and a half.
Yeah, you can't expect him to come out and have another 14 points. You know, West Shamokin's been a little bit more balanced. Again, it's been Braden, but it's been Alex. You know, it's always nice to have that secondary scoring just in case, you know, if a guy gets in foul trouble or, you know, if Ty would, you know, hurt, you know, I don't want him to get hurt, but, you know, if he would roll an ankle or, you know, so you just got to have that guy that's ready to step up just in case something crazy happens.
All right, so 19-18 West Shamokin at the half. Come back, give you the numbers from this first half in just a moment. It is an IRMC high school basketball playoff night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV.
Since 1936, Walker Motor Company in downtown Katanning has served Western Pennsylvania with its no-pressure, no-hassle environment, bringing the kind of family-owned and oriented dealer experience that everyone wants when it comes time to purchase a new or used vehicle. Whether you are looking for a new GMC, pre-owned vehicle, service, or collision repair, come on over to Walker Motors and see why they've been voted #1 for 6 straight years. Visit them at walker-motor.com.
Are you looking to improve the water in your home? When you think of better water, Think H2O Restoration. Discover how H2O can give you and your family clean, quality water throughout your home. For your free water analysis and consultation, and to see how H2O can help you improve your water, give them a call at 724-354-3222. Experience the difference that clean water can do for you and your family with H2O Restoration. 724-354-3222.
R4H, this is Kara. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Justin Nagel with R4H Medical Transportation. R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer both local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those that require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments, as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com. Full-time, part-time, casual, and seasonal positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you, we are R4H.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
For the West Shamokin Wolves, Braden Rogers, the leading scorer with 10 points. He's got a three-point field goal, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. A three-point night for Ezra Osling. That came on the old-fashioned three-point play. And Alex Talmadge with 6, including that bucket to end the half. And that is their total of 19. For Northern Cambria, Ty Dunn with 14 points. He's got a 3. He's got an old-fashioned 3 as well. All he needs is the 3-shot foul, and he'll have the trifecta there. Caleb Dolney with 2, Parker Schutte with 2, and that's it for them.
They're going to have to find some secondary scoring. Judd is too good of a coach to let Ty Dunn have another half like he had. You know, they're going to have to find it from somewhere. Not saying that Ty can't go off for another 14, but it would be nice to see somebody else, you know, especially Nate Fry. You know, he's had some couple open looks. You know, we were saying sometimes, you know, shooting's contagious, right? If you see 1 or 2 go in, you know, maybe he can start getting on a little bit of a roll to support, you know, Ty in the scoring column.
Tell me about your rebounding numbers.
Rebounding, it's pretty even. West Shamokin has 10 total rebounds, led by Ezra Osterling, has 6. He's followed by Braden Rogers, 2, and Easton Barrett and Braden Talmadge have 1 apiece. Northern Cambria just have 6 rebounds, led by Nate Fry with 2, Dawson Schutte with 2, Ty Dunn and Caleb Dolney with 1 apiece. Turnover-wise, Northern Cambria has 4, and West Shamokin has 6. The difference is West Shamokin's, you know, I think 3 or 4 of their turnovers led directly to points for Northern Cambria, where Northern Cambria's turnovers have been limited, and West Shamokin hasn't been able to take advantage, you know, in that same way. So it's been a clean game, you know, no foul trouble. Both teams they played with pace to start the game, and then when they kind of slowed it down, that's kind of when you've seen the ball go in the hoop a little bit more. So it should be a really, really entertaining second half.
I think one of the most interesting things about this game is if West Shamokin had hit half of the layups they missed in that first half, this would be an entirely different character to this basketball game. I think West Shamokin's defense has been much more solid than Northern Cambria's so far tonight. So for Northern Cambria to be just 1 point down, they should feel pretty good about that, because they've got a whole half of basketball to correct that, and then, as you say, find a little bit of secondary scoring, and that should serve them very well. One of the things about that first half was every time it came into the paint, Judd had his guys attacking the basketball. So if it's not going to be there for you, you're going to have to find another way to get some scoring, and intermediate jump shots are fine as far as I'm concerned if I'm a coach.
Yeah, and the problem is, and we talked about this a little bit in the pregame, in my opinion, the three-point line has changed the game so much that intermediate jump shot, that 15 to 12 foot, it's almost like a lost art.
The elbow jab.
Yes. Now, you got two kids on these teams between Braden Rogers and Ty Dunn that are capable of playing that style of game, but it is a lost art in this game, and, it's like a three-pointer or a layup. There's no more mid-range, and you can defend that. If you run teams off the three-point line, I preach it to my guys all the time, let's run them off the three-point line. Force them into positions where they're uncomfortable running their offense. Make them drive middle, make them drive baseline. Not too many guys are comfortable playing that mid-range game how it used to be even, say 15, 20 years ago.
All right, so the two teams over for final instructions from the coaches. First possession is going to belong to West Shamokin. They have the 1-point lead at 19-18 tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking. And, of course, we want to thank again our presenting sponsors here on Renda Digital TV tonight. We're so grateful for the participation of Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and R4H Medical Transportation in Cherry Tree. West Shamokin basketball, Travis Johns will handle the inbounds to Alex Talmadge. And it is the original 5, and that means Dawson Schutte with that cranky ankle is out there for Northern Cambria. Here's Ezra Osterling as we get second half underway. And it's a 2-1-2 for Northern Cambria. Alex Talmadge will come all the way up top. Has the high screen from Olinger, but he just backs out of there. Now he'll go high post to Olinger and then back to Talmadge for the 3. And that is no good. The rebound contested, still battling for it. Olinger, it's out of bounds, and it is off of Northern Cambria to the disagreement of a whole bunch of people. Johns to bring it in. Comes to the corner. He's got Olinger for an open 3, and it's short, but Olinger gets the offensive rebound. There's that energy. Rogers outside. His 3 doesn't go, and this rebound off a couple of hands, and West Shamokin gets another set.
That's 3 offensive rebounds in 40 seconds for West Shamokin.
And Clint Gokenauer saying, what is going on? Johns to Talmadge. But those long shots, you're going to get long rebounds. Johns picks up his dribble, comes right side for Alex Talmadge. Now to the right side, this is Osterling. He's going to put it on the floor, go all the way across. He had the shot, he didn't want it. Outside, and then Rogers the jumper, that wasn't going. And another offensive rebound. Osterling chases to the corner with Dumb. Doug Steve asks for help. Chuck Glasser gives it. Northern Cambria basketball. It's a right call.
Yeah. It's fun. We played almost a minute 15. This is Northern Cambria's first possession of the second half.
Ty Dunn will walk it up the floor. 19-18 West Shamokin. The winner of this game will play the winner of West Branch and Claysburg Kimmel. This comes left side, and here's Fry. He's going to dribble it all the way down the lane and in. Nate Fry, first bucket of the night. And the Colts back on top, 20-19. Osterling in the right corner for West Shamokin. Here's Johns. High post for Rogers. They don't want him. Talmadge instead. Rogers is on that low right block. Do you like him there?
Not against the zone because it's easy to double somebody and you really don't have to move bodies.
He'll swing to the corner now, get the basketball. Come toward the hole. Uh-oh, he's coming up limping. Lost the ball, out of bounds. It's going to be Northern Cambria ball, but more importantly, Braden Rogers.
He's down on the floor.
Is that an ankle or a knee? I think it's probably an ankle. I don't know. Trainer Jen is going to get out there and tend to Braden Rogers. And they'll send the teams off the floor. She is looking at the ankle. Boy, I hope this is just a cramp, but it doesn't look like that.
Looks to be his left ankle.
She's going to try to help him up. Judd McCullough will come over. And Braden Rogers is such a key for this basketball team. He's going to limp very gingerly off the floor. Now lean on Ezra Osterling and try to hop it off.
He's going to the locker room.
Now they're calling the teams back out, but Ezra Osterling is West Shamokin's player who went with his teammate Rogers. So they're trying to play this game, and Osterling is out in the hallway. Here he comes. Braden Talmadge replacing Braden Rogers for West Shamokin. So their job just got a whole lot tougher.
Yeah, absolutely. Judd McCullough is not very happy with the officials right now.
Here comes Ty Dumb. Left side high for Dumb. Checking out this defense, which has Travis Johns at the top of a 1-2-2. Dumb and Fry play catch up top. And still now to the corner for Pershing. And out front, they work strictly perimeter here. Dumb to Fry. The cross court for Pershing in the corner. He tries to go low, and Olinger slaps it away. Dumb saves it, but into the hands of Talmadge. Outlet is to Johns. Nice play by him to stop and avoid the contact there. The turnover on Northern Cambria. Here's Travis Johns. 20-19 Colts, 5:07 left, third quarter. Osterling. Left side to Braden Rogers, up top for Alex Talmadge. He had Osterling briefly underneath the Johns, but he couldn't tick that pass off. Now Johns up top. Here's Olinger. What are the offensive options for West Shamokin here beside Alex Talmadge?
I mean, Travis Johns, he's a good shooter. They're going to lose a lot of the being able to create on their own when Braden's out. You know, a lot of the other guys need guys to get them in spots.
This is a big collision here. They're going to call offensive on Osterling. The turnover and the offensive foul on Ezra Osterling. And back the other way they come. First on Osterling.
West Shamokin just has to breathe. Realize, yes, they're down their best player right now, but they can't, they can't try to make up for it. Just stay with the flow of your offense. Trust everybody on the floor. It's going to be an uphill challenge, but they got guys that can do it.
Dolney in the corner outside for Fry. And Johns is there defensively. Oh, what a good play, not only to get the hand on the ball, but then to control it for the steal. And here is Travis Johns for West Shamokin. He's going to launch it. The three is good. Did you just say that guy can shoot the three?
Like I said, they just, it's going to be uncomfortable, but they got to just keep playing offense, keep playing the game of basketball. It's just trust right now. Trust the five guys on the floor.
Dom in the lane will spin. He'll kick it to the corner. Pershing for three, and it's good for Trey Pershing. His first of the night. 23-22. The Colts back on top with 3:37 left in the third. Travis Johns left side high. Dribble toward the middle. Pick up his dribble. Now to the left side for Alex Talmadge. Back to Johns. And here's Braden Talmadge. Corner for Osterling. Puts the ball on the floor. Feed it out. Braden Talmadge. The three is good from him.
If I was Coach Gokenauer right now, I'd probably go man-to-man and make the other guys put the ball on the floor without having Braden out there for West Shamokin.
Try to the corner for Pershing. Another three. That one is short. The ball is free. Dolney will chase it down and find Ty Dumb. 2:56 left in the third quarter. 25-23 West Shamokin. Semifinal action. And West Shamokin's defense is sort of taken Ty Dumb out of it, and Alex Talmadge will steal it away from him, and then I believe Dumb will get called for reaching out. And the foul is on Ty Dumb. The steal by Talmadge. And a timeout on the floor. 25-23 West Shamokin, IRMC High School Basketball Playoff Night. Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
106.3.
25-23, West Shamokin the lead. Rick, you were looking out into the hallway and you spotted something interesting.
And here it is. Braden Rogers is back on the floor for West Shamokin. That's a good sign, but it was a great effort by the team when he did go out. Travis Johns and Braden Talmadge hit 3 apiece. So
now we'll watch Braden Rogers, see if he's affected by that ankle injury or not. Here comes Alex Talmadge across the timeline, and stepping in front, stealing it away is Dawson Schutte. Out ahead to Ty Dumb. Dumb will split it. Now will come to the corner. Fry will have to chase it down, and he does. Fry, kick it out. Wing 3 for Ty Dumb on the front of the rim. No, Dolney the rebound, and then knocked out of bounds. And we have a West Shamokin foul. And I believe they signaled a 22 there, which would be Braden Talmadge. It is. Fry to bring it in. Will come long for Dolney. Dawson Schutte to the corner. Fry for 3. No. Rebound Dolney. Go to the hole. Left hand is good. Caleb Dolney, that stretch. And we're tied at 25 with 2 minutes to go in the third. Braden Talmadge, good feed down low for Johns, has to save it and bounce to Osterling. And outside for Alex Talmadge, just where you need to slow it down and recollect, isn't it?
Good patience by Alex. Get into your set. There you go.
This is Travis Johns on the left side. Rogers just grimaced when he checked that ankle out. Now he comes to the high post. He'll vacate there. Braden Talmadge across the top, and here's Rogers with the touch. Braden Rogers up front. Johns with 1:23 left in the third and a tie game. Alex Talmadge. Rogers now on the high post. He's at the elbow. And Travis Johns. Braden Talmadge, 1:09 to go. And this pass for Alex Talmadge. Stepping in front is Dolney to steal it away.
You can tell that Braden's definitely not 100%. His lateral movement's definitely hindered right now.
Inside a minute to go in the third, tied at 25. Ty Dumb and Nate Fry will play it across the top and maybe play for the last shot if West Shamokin lets them.
You don't want to get lazy with these passes. I'm telling you, Travis Johns is sneaky quick. He already got his hand on a couple. Just watch he doesn't steal one here.
36 seconds to go in the quarter. 25-25. Northern Cambria, West Shamokin as tight as you can be. They'll hold it for the last shot. West Shamokin will sit back. He's going to put it in play at about 10.
You go with probably 10. Give yourself an opportunity to maybe get a putback.
Continue to sit back. Messina comes high post with 14 seconds. They put it in motion now to the corner. Dolney jump stop down low, missed it. Dawson Schutte the rebound. On the putback, he is fouled. Sneaks in there, Dawson Schutte, and says, I may not be the biggest fellow on the court, but it doesn't matter. I got my board, and now with 6.9 seconds to go, he has a chance for the 3 or for the 2. Scoreless on the night so far. It was Osterling's second foul. Dawson Schutte misses this free throw. Ty Dumb and Nate Fry will take a seat. Get a few seconds more of rest. Ethan Blickendorfer is on the field, on the court as well as Danny Farrell. Second shot is missed by Schutte. Here comes West Shamokin with 3 seconds. Osterling, kick it out. Braden Talmadge, 3. No, it doesn't go. We played 3 quarters. We are tied at 25. And it is an IRMC high school basketball playoff night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Good luck, Colts. From Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
The team at Smith Coal & Oil know how hard work and dedication pay off. The Northern Cambria athletes and coaches know this as well and make their communities proud. Smith Coal & Oil is pleased to be a sponsor of high school athletics. Good luck to all the athletes in the playoffs. The cold weather has arrived. Need coal, heating oil, or propane? Give the team at Smith a call and don't let winter catch you by surprise. Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria, 814-948-4708.
106.3.
Ready to go with the final 8. It'll be Northern Cambria ball in a 20-25 game. Rick Spallone, I said before the game, we anticipate probably a game in the 40s. We might not get there.
No, but this is probably the style both teams wanted to play.
Oh, what a play there. There's that fast first step for Ty Dumb, and he takes it right to the hole and lays it in to begin this fourth quarter. His first points of the second half. 27-25. Colts with the lead. Alex Talmadge with the basketball. Comes to the corner for Braden Rogers. Rogers. He'll dribble to the right elbow. His jumper doesn't go. We've got a whistle away from the ball. On the rebound, a foul on West Shamokin. And I believe they got Easton Barrett again. Yep. His third. 27-25. In a game this close, every possession is precious, isn't it?
And they're going man-to-man.
Here's Farrell.
Uh-oh.
Now this is Rogers on Ty Dumb with that bad ankle. This will be fascinating to watch. Nate Fry up top for Dolney to the corner for Farrell. They'll swing it around, and here's Dumb. They'll try to take him off the dribble, spin it back out. Now good move there by Farrell. And his jumper doesn't go. Dawson Schutte on the rebound on the way back up. He'll be fouled by Barrett, his fourth. But it puts Schutte back on the line.
I think he called it on the floor.
They did.
Wow.
How about that? Well, they put up 3 on Barrett there rather than 4. Farrell out, Pershing back on. Northern Cambria keeps possession of the ball. And that's 2 fouls on West Shamokin early in this fourth quarter. We'll have to watch that. Now Johns with a great defensive play to slap this one, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, with the new rule, when you just get to the 5th foul and that double bonus, I could, although if you get behind it, you get to that quicker. Yeah. So I guess it's double-edged sword, depending on how you want to look at it or how the situation plays out.
That's changed the way you coach a game, hasn't it, this year?
Yeah, not a fan of it, but that conversation for another time.
Here's Ty Dumb. Crossover left, crossover right, penetration, and then he feeds Fry, and there's Johns. What a defender. He blocks that shot out of bounds. And Colts will retain possession. 27-25. And the inbounds is to Dumb. We'll use that right hand. It won't go. Rebound off the hand of Osterling? No, off the hands of Northern Cambria's Dolney. And West Shamokin will come the other way, down 2. Pressure from Dumb in the backcourt.
This is giving West Shamokin fits, and it's one guy.
Yeah, it's but he's so darn quick. Over the top to Barrett, and up top for Talmadge. Now to the corner, Osterling makes the ball fake. Dumb swung it around behind him, and Dumb will be called for this foul.
Is that 3 on him?
3 on Ty Dumb. 6:18 to go. Olinger back onto the floor for West Shamokin. 27-25. Northern Cambria the lead, West Shamokin the basketball. District 6 semifinal. Up top for Johns. He had the 3, didn't take it. We'll find Talmadge instead. Braden Rogers floats high. Dawson Schutte is there. 2 guys with ankle problems. Johns on the wing. Needs some help. He finds Talmadge. Swing it around to Osterling. Back up top. Aggressiveness of the Northern Cambria defense forcing West Shamokin to pass it more crisply. Out top, the 3 is taken and missed here by Alex Talmadge. And Ty Dumb He's got a finger on the ball just instinctively, and that was enough to make it an out-of-bounds play off Northern Cambria. Olinger out, Braden Talmadge in. Ty Dump kicked himself after that one.
Yeah. It's hard to turn that off.
Yeah, it is. Braden Talmadge inbounds. Rogers cuts. Pass gets away, and the turnover. It was there for him, but the pass was just too hard to handle. Here comes Ty Dumb. A 2-point Northern Cambria lead. He'll use the screen of Schutte, dribble through traffic, down low. Dribbling like that in traffic takes a pretty special kid. It's 29-25. Cross court for Braden Talmadge. And he'll jab step and then come back outside. Braden Rogers floats high, gets the pass. Here's Johns. And up top, he pass fakes it away and then launches and hits the three. Travis Johns. You mentioned confident shooting. There it is.
It's like I said, it's contagious. He made one, got a second one. You know, 1-point ball game.
West Shamokin's made 3 baskets in this second half. They've all been 3-pointers. Corner for Dolney. And back up around for Ty Dumb. 4:45 left in the fourth quarter. 29-28 Northern Cambria. Fry sets the screen for Dumb. And he comes back up top for Nate Fry. Down the left side of the lane. Puts it up. It doesn't go. Rebound is out of bounds off Johns. These guys are really laying it out there, aren't they? You can tell they're tired.
Yeah. But, you know, a trip to the District 6 championship, I mean, these kids are young. Yeah, I'm sure that they could play for, 64 minutes if they had to.
As old Ward Hilliard says, they're 16-year-old kids. They're not really tired. Ty Dumb with the inbounds pass. He's in the corner, defended by Barrett. He'll drive it to the hole and in. Ty Dumb starting to take over. He's got 3 buckets here in the fourth quarter. It's 31-28.
Nice look.
Getting free low is Osterling, and what a pass by Johns for 2. Gets a coach pretty excited.
Oh, absolutely. I love a good pass.
Especially three-quarter court. Northern Cambria is going to call timeout. It's a 30-second variety, 31-30. The Colts lead it. IRMC High School Basketball Night, Cat Country 106.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
Attention business owners and homeowners in Armstrong County. Are you tired of dealing with fuel providers who just don't measure up? Well, listen up, because Glassmere Fuel Services is here to change the game.
I've never had any issues with Glassmere Fuel Services.
Their delivery is quick, reliable, and dependable.
And their delivery drivers, polite and professional every time.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your fuel needs. Experience the difference with Glassmere Fuel Services. Visit glassmerefuelservice.com or on Facebook.
31-30 Northern Cambria. 4:01 left in the fourth quarter of this semifinal game. Tension, pressure, fun.
Gotta love it. Oh, gotta love it. Coach, player, the only people that probably don't enjoy this are probably the officials.
And the parents. Here's Danny Farrell to Ty Dumb. Uses the screen from Dawson Schutte, and back up top it comes. Here's Dumb again.
They got to get some help. They got to either keep somebody in help in the paint. I mean, Ty's kind of having his way here the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, Rogers has that gimpy ankle.
There it is.
Still on him to the corner for Farrell. And up front, what'd you like about that?
Yep.
Corner Fry, another 3, doesn't go. Farrell on the backside gets the rebound, and back outside for Dumb. Try to get around Rogers. He falls to the floor. Loses the ball, but Farrell is there, and back out around it comes. Here's Dolney to Fry again. And Dumb says, give me the 3. Yep. The three-pointer for Ty Dumb. He's got all the points in this quarter. 9 of them, and 23 in the game. It's 34-30, Northern Cambria. Talmadge, wing 3 for West Shamokin. Oh, it's in and out. And then the rebound is slapped out to the sideline where it's collected by Fry. Up the floor he comes. Elbow jumper, good. Nate Fry with the 2. And a run here for Northern Cambria. They take a 6-point lead, 36-30. 2:44 left in the fourth. IRMC High School semifinal basketball action on Cat Country 106.3 FM, Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Left in the fourth quarter from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking, Northern Cambria, and Ty Dom have opened up a 36-30 lead over West Shamokin. As the Wolves bring the basketball up the floor, they meet is that a 1-3? Oh, it's just a man now.
Yep, just a man.
Rogers up top for Braden Talmadge. He'll kick it right for Travis Johns. Pull it back out. Farrell chases. High post for Osterling now. Osterling tried the left side of the lane and then back outside for Johns. And to the right, Braden Talmadge to Alex. Swing it left for Braden Rogers. 2:14 to go. Johns, they still have time, but they can't waste any of it.
Yeah, it's good to be patient, but yeah, when you're...
Now Johns the three, he goes down. Rebound cleared by Ty Dum. Fry and Johns both went down on that. Looking for the foul, couldn't get it. 1:55 to go in a 6-point lead, and Judd McCullough is exhorting his guys to get out on them. He wants fouls now. He doesn't want them to. Johns gets it away from Dum. Another great defensive play. Osterling feeds Johns into the lane for Talmadge, and they lost it. And back the other way. That is a killer for West Shamokin. Now this one. And Johns and Danny Farrell get tied up. And now Johns is down. Going to be timeout on the floor. A reset and maybe some ace bandages. 36-30. Northern Cambria the lead on an IRMC High School basketball playoff night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, renters, and IRAs? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency has a game plan to protect your valuable assets. Call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Indiana, because it's always something. In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, renters, and IRAs? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency has a game plan to protect your valuable assets. Call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Indiana, because it's always something.
Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 semifinal matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. Two great teams going at it tonight on the hardwood, and two great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA, proud sponsors of high school athletics.
With the lead over West Shamokin, 1:29 left in regulation. And Parker Schutte back out there for the first time, I think, in the second half. He had a big first half. Here's Ty Dum. Rogers steps out for the double, but he passes out of there beforehand. Now they'll chase after him again. Dum up top for Fry, 1:15 to go. And they'll reverse to Farrell. Now Fry. Colts ball movement is really sharp. West Shamokin can't catch them to foul them. Finally, they'll get the hand on Ty Dum. And is that the fourth? It is the fourth team foul. So he'll shoot the next one. 1:02 left. Surprised they're not getting really out there hard on these guys.
I said right now I try to get a 5-second count, and obviously you got to.
All right, fix the net.
Try to get a 5-second count. You got to foul immediately. You can't be picky at this point. You don't want to put Ty on the line, but you got to foul the guy that you.
Parker Schutte throws it away, and Danny Ferry can't get to it. Not Danny Ferry. He played for Kansas or Duke. It's a turnover by Northern Cambria. Danny Farrell's who I'm thinking of. And with 59.6 seconds to go, it'll be a timeout called by Northern Cambria. And now we're going to keep it right here. Let's talk about this a little bit. If you're West Shamokin coach Judd McCullough, you're down by 6 points and you're inside a minute to go. What are you thinking?
Try to get a quick 2. You want to attack the hoop. It's it's still a 2-possession game. You're about 56 seconds.
53, I think.
I'd try to attack the hoop, get a kick out. You can knock down a 3. You don't have to foul immediately. Try to get a 5-second count on the inbounds. You have the 10-second violation in play if you get it. I would run that. I'm not fouling till at least they get the ball across half court. If I score. If I don't score, I'm fouling right away regardless.
Well, the first order of business would be putting the basketball in the hole. And they'll have to do that against a very tight Northern Cambria defense. And Alex Talmadge, the ball goes off his hands, over and back, the violation. And the turnover is a real killer. 53.5 seconds left. And Parker Schutte back on for Northern Cambria.
Silver lining, the turnover, it only took 3 seconds off the clock. So it's not like you wasted 20 seconds and then turned it over. You don't want to turn it over regardless, but
they'll look for somebody inbounds, and it's knocked free. The good play there by Alex Talmadge, the turnover, and here comes West Shamokin the other way. Trailing by 6, Braden Talmadge, wing 3, doesn't go. Rebound, Ty Dum of Northern Cambria, and the Colts 44 seconds away from playing for the District 6 championship. Crossing the timeline to the left side. Farrell chased after by Alex Talmadge, and not much you can do now but foul.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. There's no options now.
And that is the 5th team foul, so that'll put Farrell on the line where he will shoot 2. Yeah, I don't like the rule either, but there's no such thing as a 1-on-1 anymore.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off the shooter a little bit, but you still got to knock him down. So we'll see what happens.
So for Farrell, 2 here, and the first one is good.
That one was the biggest one. Now it's a 3-possession game.
Yeah.
Now if you miss this, the clock will start. You got a length of the floor.
35.7 to go. I still don't think Braden Rogers is feeling well. The way that he just leaned over on this free throw attempt. Second one is good.
And Northern Cambria, you just got to play straight up. You got to play good defense. Don't foul. You don't want to foul a 3-point shooter. Just play good fundamental defense.
Alex Talmadge right side for Olinger outside. 26 seconds to go. They need to be launching. The drive here by Talmadge. He is fouled, and that's the one thing Northern Cambria does not want to do. But it is a floor foul, so it isn't that harmful. 23 seconds to go. An 8-point lead at 38-30, and a timeout called by West Shamokin. And so we'll call timeout as well. It is an IRMC High School basketball playoff night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Are you looking to improve the water in your home? When you think of better water, think H2O Restoration. Discover how H2O can give you and your family clean, quality water throughout your home. For your free water analysis and consultation, and to see how H2O can help you improve your water, give them a call at 724-354-3222. Experience the difference that clean water can do for you and your family with H2O Restoration. 724-354-3222.
Cambria with the lead, and only seconds left in this basketball game. West Shamokin Wolves calling that timeout. It will be West Shamokin basketball on the inbounds. As Colts defenders coming out, they will send out Pershing Ty Dum, Nate Fry, Danny Farrell, and Caleb Dolney. With a 38-30 lead, I don't think Northern Cambria's players want to get too close to those Wolves players. Just let them shoot it, right?
Yep. Yeah, you just want to play straight up, play good defense.
Inbounds is to Alex Talmadge. He floats up top. Here's Rogers. 19 seconds to go. Travis Johns. And here's Rogers. Finally the shot, and it won't go. And the rebound, still contested. Pershing comes up with it. 9 seconds to go. And the Northern Cambria Colts are going to win this basketball game. The clock winds out. The final score, Northern Cambria 38, West Shamokin 30. On their way to Mount Aloysius College for the District 6 championship game, the Colts and Coach Clint Gokenauer. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show is next. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. It is an IRMC high school basketball playoff night. We're on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Attention business owners and homeowners in Armstrong County. Are you tired of dealing with fuel providers who just don't measure up? Well, listen up, because Glassmere Fuel Services is here to change the game.
I've never had any issues with Glassmere Fuel Services.
Their delivery is quick, reliable, and dependable.
And their delivery drivers, polite and professional every time.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your fuel needs. Experience the difference with Glassmere Fuel Services. Visit glassmerefuelservice.com or on Facebook.
R4H, this is Kara. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Justin Nagel with R4H Medical Transportation. R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer both local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those that require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments, as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com. Full-time, part-time, casual, and seasonal positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you, we are R4H.
Are you looking to improve the water in your home? When you think of better water, think H2O Restoration. Discover how H2O can give you and your family clean, quality water throughout your home. For your free water analysis and consultation, and to see how H2O can help you improve your water, give them a call at 724-354-3222. Experience the difference that clean water can do for you and your family with H2O Restoration. 724-354-3222.
Our final score tonight, Northern Cambria 38 and West Shamokin 30. Clint Gokenauer, the head coach of the Northern Cambria Colts, comes to join us on the postgame. This was intense, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an understatement there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we play them every year, and I don't know if there's ever a year that, it doesn't come down to the fourth quarter in terms of, making the heart race and everything.
Must be pretty comfortable, though, knowing you got a guy named Ty Dum on your ball club who recognizes the moment and he sees what needs to be done and he goes out and gets after it.
Yeah, and, we talked at halftime. The first half, we were really impatient on offense, which we like to hang our hat on in terms of ball movement, things like that, and told the kids they have to be more patient, this and that. And then as we came up here, I whispered in Ty's ear, I said, actually, you're the only person being too patient out there. Go out there and take it. And, that's exactly what he did in the second half.
We compared this game to the game the other night against, I don't even remember who you played
Homer Center.
Tonight. Homer Center. And the interesting thing to me is that things weren't working in sync as much tonight as they were then, but the patience that you talk about really played a big role in this because the guys didn't panic. The shots didn't fall. Okay, well, it didn't fall. Let's just get after it in another way. And they just kept their noses right in the play.
They did. And really the difference between tonight and, the other night was we just didn't hit a single shot tonight. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe other than Ty, Trey hit one in the corner, but other than Ty, we were probably 1 for, 13, 14 from three-point range, where the other night, we made about 40%, where, you make 30%, it's kind of a coasting game right there towards the end.
Yeah. All right, so your ball club wins this basketball game tonight against a really tough defensive team in West Shamokin, and they really do come at you hard, don't they?
Oh, they do. As I said, we're so similar to each other where, we mix up the defenses, we preach how hard you have to play, everything like that. And, when I went through and shook hands, the first thing I said to him was, how every time do we play each other do we set basketball back 80 years? Because we do. It's I don't know if we've ever played a game. Well, they were good a couple years ago and blew us out a little bit, but usually the games are in the 40s. That's not typical for either of us, really.
Well, Rick Spallone and I were talking before the game, and I said we really anticipate this will be a game in the 40s, whereas the other one, West Branch, they're scoring 90 a game. It seems like every single game. But this is going to be one of those typical Heritage Conference slug it out defensively type of things. And here we didn't even get to the 40s in this game.
Yeah, and it's something about when you know each other too. Because you think in terms of football, you look at that AFC North, they'll score 30, 40 points, and all of a sudden when you get a Steelers-Ravens game, it's 13-10, 17-13. When you have rivals or people well, it tends to make things more difficult for you offensively because you kind of already know what's coming, how you guard it, things like that.
Yeah. What we saw out of this ball club tonight, too, out of yours and of West Shamokin's, because they had some injury problems as well, is how fragile an offensive team can be and defensive team. When one guy goes down, that changes the entire way that you play the game. We saw the switch up in the D. You had the 3-2 going, and that was Dawson in the middle up top. And then when Dawson had the ankle, then you put Ty in there, and that makes it entirely different. The character of that defense changes.
It did, and we probably stayed in that a little bit too long because, Dawson brings so much to that defense in terms of you want your middle guy to be flying around, physical, things like that. And Ty's more like a, I don't know if you call it an analytical guy where he kind of plays angles and things like that, which isn't necessarily what you want in the middle of that 3-2 zone. So
it's kind of interesting. You watch guys like Dawson. Ben Messina, I thought, had a really nice game for you off the bench. Parker Schutte is another fella who gives you a great strength off the bench and a great presence. Those guys down, they're not afraid to bang, but they've got elements to their game that are different, that really change what you can do.
And it is, and honestly, it's so hard as to coach this team. I hate to say it because we have so many guys that can do so many, like this, they do this well, they do that well. And, it's my job as a coach to kind of mix and match. And, sometimes you feel bad, like there towards the end, like Ben Messina really didn't play much there towards the end because, what we needed out there was, a little bit more to spread the floor, this and that, kind of to make our patience, which Ben is good at, but, Danny Figueroa is a little, quicker, in terms of the ball.
Yeah. All right, so let's look ahead now. You're the District 6 finalist now for the championship coming up on Thursday night at Mount Aloysius College. I don't know how much you know about either of the other two teams, Claysburg, Kimmel, West Branch. We're assuming that West Branch is a winner there, although that's probably something.
They won this afternoon.
Oh, they played this afternoon?
Yeah, they played this afternoon. They won. It was about 88 to 47, somewhere right around there.
So you know it's West Branch.
Yes.
And you know that they're good and they can put a lot of points on the board. So you've got a task ahead of you in this coming week.
We do. I know from the points it's a big task, but ironically, I can sit here and say I have not seen them play one game all year. It's just how it's worked. None of their opponents have kind of played our opponents or anything like that. And I almost went the other day and, honestly, I didn't want to jinx it. I'm like, I'm not looking ahead. We're going one game at a time here. So I figure, I'll have a few days if we would win this to kind of look at West Branch. So I have a few days of grinding ahead of me here.
Yeah, so they're really an unknown to you right now.
They really are. All I know is they put up a lot of points.
Yeah, well, that being the case, the defense will obviously be something you're focused upon in practices this week as you get ready for this. For these guys tonight, Ty getting the 1,000th point of his high school career is a really big deal. But the fact that they played together and got themselves into a District 6 championship game, they must just be sky high. And you've got some work ahead of you, but it's a great grand accomplishment, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I'm so happy for everybody in that locker room, because it's what you always say. It's a total team effort, because when you're out there in practice, even if you're not stepping on the floor, somebody has to play against those guys that are stepping on the floor. And if they don't play hard, if they don't, give it their all in practice, you don't get other guys ready. And we really have a team that anybody that steps out there on the defensive floor, they'll bring it against our other guys.
It really means a lot, doesn't it?
It really does. It makes my life easy as a coach.
Hey, Coach, thanks so much for the visit tonight. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
As the Northern Cambria Colts come up with a 38-30 victory over West Shamokin tonight in this District 6 semifinal playoff game. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show continues. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first. Member FDIC. It's an IRMC high school basketball night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
The team at Smith Coal & Oil know how hard work and dedication pay off. The Northern Cambria athletes and coaches know this as well and make their communities proud. Smith Coal & Oil is pleased to be a sponsor of high school athletics. Good luck to all the athletes in the playoffs. The cold weather has arrived. Need coal, heating oil, or propane? Give the team at Smith a call and don't let winter catch you by surprise. Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria, 814-948-4708.
R4H, this is Kara. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Justin Nagel with R4H Medical Transportation. R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer both local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those that require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments, as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com. Full-time, part-time, casual, and seasonal positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you, we are R4H.
On Thursday night, Rick Spallone, the Colts knew that when things were really tight there in that second half, they had one fella that they could go through who was a difference maker.
Yep, and that's what you do. When you have a horse, you ride him. Ty Dunn pulled through in that fourth quarter. I think he scored maybe 8-10 consecutive points for him.
Nine.
Okay. So, that's what your stars do. That's when you coach and you have a guy like that. When it gets into that 4 minutes, that's crunch time. The X's and O's are probably done. It's a, hey, man, here's the ball. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what Ty Dunn. Great effort. And real quick for Coach Gokenauer, he took over this program when they were winning 3-4 games a year. He went through some brutal times. I know that he was really looking forward to this class. They're juniors. Yeah. They're all juniors. Well, Dawson, he's a senior. They got a good core coming back. I know the season's not over, but I'm really happy for Coach Gokenauer, or Gokenauer, I'm sorry. He deserved this. He's been here for a while, and it's nice to see, success for a coach.
Yeah, and the season goes on for West Shamokin as well, as they will play Claysburg-Kimmel in a consolation game, but that's just for positioning because they are into the state tournament as well. But for the Northern Cambria Colts, it is a chance for them to play as a District 6 champion, as they'll take on West Branch for that honor come Thursday night. Here's your scoring in the ball game: West Shamokin and Northern Cambria. For the victorious Colts, Ty Dumm, the game high scorer, he had 23 points, including 2 threes, one in each of those halves. You look at the free throw shooting numbers, there were very few, 3 for 5 on the night from the line for Northern Cambria in this game. A 4-point night for Nate Fry, 4 for Caleb Dolney. Trey Pershing had the 3-pointer there in the third quarter, and 2 apiece for Parker Schutte and for Danny Farrell. And that was all the scoring for Northern Cambria. For West Shamokin, their scoring leader was Braden Rogers. He had 10 points, but all of them in that first half.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, Braden, I'm sure that his ankle, that had to change the momentum of the game. They played without, although when he went out, they hung in there.
Yeah, they actually, the other guys realized they had to pick it up. They stopped looking for Braden Rogers.
Yeah, and then, and I think he was a little bit limited on the defensive end. It's unfortunate when you see things like that, and it affected the outcome of the game. To take nothing away from Northern Cambria, they deserved the win. They played really, really good basketball, but West Shamokin was hampered just a little bit with Braden being hobbled.
He finishes with 10 to lead them in scoring. Alex Talmadge with 6. Travis Johns had 3. 5 for Ezra Osterling, and Braden Talmadge finished with 3 points on the night to round out the scoring for West Shamokin. You kept some interesting numbers there as well on the glass and on the turnover department.
Yeah, Northern Cambria finished the game with 15 rebounds. They were led by Ty Dumm. No, he only had 3. Dawson Schutte had 4. They were all in at 4 or 5 rebounds. They cleaned up the glass well as a team. When you don't have one guy having 8 rebounds, when you have something that looks like that, you're rebounding as a team. Everybody's boxing out, doing their job. Turnover-wise, they only had 2 turnovers in the second half. That was huge to West Shamokin 6. And again, that kind of tied together with the first half flow was when West Shamokin turned the ball over, unfortunately, it led to good buckets from Northern Cambria. And I think that even in the second half, it reared its head again. But West Shamokin, they're young too. They got they got their starters back except for Ezra. These teams, who knows, 365 days from now might be in the same situation, playing, to go to the District 6 championship. Absolutely. Or maybe even playing in the District 6 championship. It could be a 1 seed versus 2 seed. I know that's not a consolation for Coach McCall. I'm sure he wanted to be there, but with the roster he has coming back, they're in a good spot.
Yeah, we'll get through this season before we think about 365 days away from now. Final score 38-30. We're going to come back, wrap this one up tonight. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. IRMC High School Basketball Playoff Night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
Attention business owners and homeowners in Armstrong County. Are you tired of dealing with fuel providers who just don't measure up? Well, listen up, because Glassmere Fuel Services is here to change the game.
I've never had any issues with Glassmere Fuel Services.
Their delivery is quick, reliable, and dependable.
And their delivery drivers, polite and professional every time.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your fuel needs. Experience the difference with Glassmere Fuel Services. Visit glassmerefuelservice.com or on Facebook.
Good luck, Colts. From Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
Our final, Northern Cambria defeats West Shamokin, and the Colts are on their way to the District 6 championship game coming up on Thursday night at Mount Aloysius College. Rick Spallone, final thoughts from you tonight.
It was a good game. I'm glad that it was a close game. It was a competitive game. Again, I'll reiterate, I'm happy for Northern Cambria and their coach. Like I said, he took over the program when they were kind of down. He stuck with it, and he's getting rewarded. West Shamokin, they still got some stuff to play for. Season's not over. Very impressed with both teams. I hope Braden can get healthy, for the stretch run, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Hey, good working with you tonight.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
38-30 is the final. The win for Northern Cambria. Jake Slobodnik and Peyton the man over there helping us out on the Renda Digital TV broadcast. Garrett Clark back in the studio tonight. Thanks to you for joining us on an IRMC high school basketball playoff night here on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV.